Here is the text modified word by word as per your request. Before marriage, my fiancé brought his sister to stay at my house. I greeted her warmly, but she acted as if she didn't see me. She directly jumped into her brother's arms. She was snuggling in his embrace, and she even tiptoed to kiss him. Later, the first thing she pouted and said was, "Brother, I want to sleep with you." I was stunned at that moment. I slowly looked at my fiancé, unexpectedly. He agreed with a face full of affection. I gently frowned. I quietly tugged at my fiancé's sleeve, but he said nonchalantly, "Emily is still young. She has always liked to follow me since she was little, and when I'm at home, she always sleeps with me." I looked at Michael curiously, whose siblings would still sleep in the same bed when they grow up. He seems to understand what's on my mind. Just say it directly, Sophia. Don't think so poorly of it. Emily is my biological sister. We're just very close. I frowned slightly. My lips moved. Say it. Is it really like that? Your sister sleeps with you. Then where should I sleep? Are the three of us together? Michael hasn't spoken yet. His sister Emily suddenly let out a scream. She shook his arm. Pouting, she said unhappily, "Brother, I don't agree with you sleeping together. Didn't you promise me that you would only sleep with me from now on? How can you treat me like this?" Wah wah wah. Michael immediately hugged her to comfort her. Don't cry, don't cry. I won't sleep with her anymore, only sleep with you." And then, he pointed to the guest room. He said, "Sophia, your room from now on is the guest room. The master bedroom, I will share with Emily." Upon hearing this, I felt like I was struck by lightning. I froze there. I thought to myself, we're not sleeping together anymore. Then, why are we even getting married? We might as well just be brothers. It seemed like I saw a trace of pride in Emily's eyes. Michael had mentioned to me before that he had a very close sister, but I never expected their relationship to be so special. Seeing Emily still here, I didn't want to say anything in front of her. I had to hold back my displeasure. I planned to remind Michael to be mindful of boundaries when she wasn't around, but I waited the whole night. They still acted as intimate as if no one was around. Even when Emily finished showering, she handed her underwear to Michael, and handed the underwear to Michael, made a remark, "Brother, can you help me wash this?" Then she looked at me provocatively, with a smile on her lips. She seemed to be hinting, since childhood, it has always been her brother who personally helped her wash her underwear. Now her brother is going to marry me. She feels like she will be neglected. When Michael heard this, he said without hesitation, "How could I not help you? Her brother will help you wash it right away." My expression was like I had eaten something very disgusting. It felt really nauseating. I pulled Michael into the master bedroom, and then locked the door. He unhappily broke free from my hand. Frowning, he asked, "Sophia, what exactly are you doing? My sister would be very scared alone outside." I clenched my fists, took a deep breath. Only then did I suppress the anger inside me. I tried to speak in a gentle tone. "Michael, don't you think your relationship with your sister is a bit too close?" Michael glared at me in anger. He spoke to me. "How could you, an only child, understand the bond between siblings? People with something on their minds always think this way." After saying that, he wanted to open the door and go to Emily. I grabbed his hand. I said angrily, "I'm just uncomfortable with it. I really can't accept how close you are with your sister." His brow furrowed slightly. There was a hint of impatience in his eyes. He said softly, "Sophia, unless you want to give up on our 3-year relationship, otherwise, you'd better learn to accept it. Michael is threatening me, but our 3-year relationship has come this far with great difficulty. We can't just give up like that. During our 3 years together, he really took good care of me. Whenever I was a bit unhappy, he would always tell jokes to make me laugh. When I wanted to watch the sunset, he would drive me to chase the sun. I'm in a lot of pain during my period. He can make brown sugar water. He'll even press his hand on my stomach. When I'm sick, I can't have the air conditioning on. He'll use a fan to cool me the whole night. During many holidays, he always prepares various romantic surprises for me. He treats me wholeheartedly. Even in front of me, everything about him is transparent. I know all his passwords. I can freely look at his phone. Considering how good he's been to me before, I've decided to give him another chance. Michael, I slightly raised my head and looked at him. I calmly said, "Before marriage, I can ignore your sister living here. But after marriage, I absolutely won't allow your sister to live with us. You both need to maintain some distance." I bit my lower lip. The sweet memories from the past 3 years flashed through my mind. "If you're willing, we can continue with the wedding. If you can't accept it in the end, we couldn't bring ourselves to say the words about separating." Teardrops flowed uncontrollably. I really don't understand. Ever since Emily arrived, he seems to have changed completely. He's constantly taking care of his sister. Instead, I feel neglected. Michael saw me crying. His attitude immediately softened. He held me in his arms, gently comforting me. He said, "It's all right. It's all right. I understand now." He said he would be careful about the boundaries with my sister. He lowered his head and glanced at me. It seemed he had something to say but didn't know how to express it. In the end, he sighed, just as he said. He would handle things cautiously with Emily, but just a day later, Emily sensed his change. She shot me a glare. Her eyes filled with hostility. In the evening, after Emily finished her shower, she deliberately came out wearing only a thin nightgown. He even walked up to Michael. He jumped a little. I watched this scene. My mood instantly soured. Michael noticed my expression. He quickly grabbed Emily and pushed her back into the room. "There's really nothing I can do. Hurry up and put on your underclothes." But Emily hugged his neck, her body pressed against him. She coquettishly said she didn't like wearing clothes, unless her brother helps her put them on. After saying that, when Michael wasn't looking, she gave me a provocative look. I took a deep breath, clenching my fists. I looked at Michael. I hoped he would remember the promise he made to me earlier. Then, the next second, I heard him say, "All right, I'll help Emily get dressed." I widened my eyes. It was hard to believe. "Michael, you're going to help your sister put on her underwear," he said casually. "What's the big deal?" Previously, Emily didn't want to wear it. I helped her put it on. I feel my values have been greatly challenged. It's that I'm too conservative, or maybe they're too open-minded. Is this how brothers and sisters get along now? I strongly disagree. "Michael, I won't agree to that, that's it." Emily's expression darkened in an instant. She glared at me. She looked quite aggrieved, her eyes were a bit moist. She said pitifully, "Sister Sophia, are you jealous of how well I get along with my brother? Otherwise, why do you always stop him from helping me? I'm not like other girls. I'm his real sister. Sister Sophia, are you being a bit petty? Your brother isn't just yours. Besides being your fiancé, he's still my brother." She mentioned her fiancé. There was a hint of dissatisfaction in her tone. Upon hearing this, my expression changed instantly. It felt like Emily had grasped my weakness. One hand excitedly shook Michael's hand. The other hand pointed at me and said, "Brother, look, I was right. Wasn't I? Sophia doesn't like us being this close. She's jealous of our relationship. How could you bring such a woman home?" Michael gently stroked Emily's tear-streaked head. He said softly, "You should go back to your room and wait for your brother." She didn't seem very happy to hear that. She pouted. "Your good brother will be here soon." Emily went into the room, but she ended up peeking at us through the door crack. Michael held my hand. He said seriously, "Sophia, we will soon become a family. You need to get used to occasions like this." I shook off his hand. She angrily turned her head and ignored him, but he continued talking. "The wedding is the day after tomorrow. Stop throwing a tantrum. Didn't you say you'd stay out of these matters before the wedding?" I gritted my teeth. I said every word slowly and clearly. "Michael, you better keep your word, otherwise." He raised both hands and nodded, indicating that he understood. "Don't worry." After saying that, he turned and went into the bedroom to help Emily get dressed. The moment the door opened, I clearly saw her give me a smug smile. Although Michael promised not to interfere with his closeness to Emily before the wedding, I still felt a little uncomfortable inside. The day before the wedding, the bridal shop delivered the wedding dress I had ordered to my house. When I got home, I eagerly pushed open the door, but what I saw shocked me. Emily was wearing my wedding dress. She was looking at Michael with a happy smile on her face. Michael also put on the groom's suit, standing beside her, his eyes filled with affection. The man held the woman's waist. He lowered his head to meet her gaze. This scene made me feel a shame of betrayal. My mind went blank in an instant. Anger surged in my heart instantly. I shouted loudly, "What are you doing?" Then I rushed forward. I directly grabbed her. I tugged at her wedding dress. "Say it. This is my wedding dress. Take it off for me. Who told you to wear my wedding dress?" A hint of panic flashed in Emily's eyes. She called out in fear, "Brother, brother." Michael stood in front of her. He grabbed my hand as I was moving around on her. He said, "Sophia, calm down. It was me who let Emily wear it." I raised my head and looked at him angrily. She slapped him with her other hand. "Michael, this is my wedding dress. What right do you have to let your sister wear it?" Emily saw me hit him. She immediately wanted to rush over and hit me. "What right do you have to hit my brother?" I hadn't reacted yet. She slapped me. I wanted to fight back. As a result, Michael quickly grabbed my hand. He said angrily, "That's enough, Sophia. You brought this slap upon yourself. Emily was just standing up for me. You just hit me too, then we're even." As for the wedding dress, If Emily wants to wear it, let her wear it. You will be Emily's sister-in-law from now on. Don't be so petty. I'm really a bit angry but also find it funny. Should I let her wear it or is that being a bit petty? He was just about to speak, but she cried out first, "Brother, forget it." I took off the clothes and returned them to Sister Sophia. But I really envy Sister Sophia in my heart. She will be able to wear a beautiful wedding dress and marry her brother very soon. And me. Yet I don't know how much longer I have to wait to wear a wedding dress and get married. When she looks at me, eyes full of jealousy and unwillingness, I feel that Emily likes Michael. But aren't they siblings? This matter just ended up unresolved. After she took off her clothes, was taken back to their home by Michael. Recently, I have been watching their interactions. I really can't accept it. So, I'm a bit hesitant in my heart. Should I still marry Michael or not? But the wedding is coming soon. I can no longer turn back. I always feel a bit uneasy in my heart. On the wedding day, everything is going smoothly. When the pastor asked Michael if he was willing to take me as his wife, Emily stood up directly. "Speak loudly. My brother is unwilling. He doesn't want to marry that woman who doesn't look great." The wedding venue immediately became noisy. What's going on? Who is this woman? My parents' faces suddenly turned serious. My future in-laws, however, didn't care at all. It seems to be none of their business. Michael frowned. He said with a smile, "All right, Emily, don't joke around. Today is my brother's wedding." Emily directly went on stage and pulled him out. Her tone was filled with anger. "Brother, have you forgotten how she treated me? She scratched my arm yesterday because of a wedding dress. She must apologize in front of everyone. Otherwise, I won't allow her to enter our home." After saying that, she extended her arm to show Michael her injury. He looked a bit awkward. "First, look at me." Then I looked at her. In the end, he said seriously, "Sophia, you need to apologize to Emily." I was stunned. Then he continued to speak. "You scratched her arm yesterday. It was a serious injury." I frowned. How bad the situation was. Her arm was all bruised. I smiled coldly. I looked at him. He said very seriously, "If you don't apologize to Emily, our wedding can't take place." I directly lifted the veil. I raised my hand and tore it off. Then, she walked towards him step by step. She slapped each of the two siblings. She was somewhat fed up inside. "Who do you think you are? Do you really think I have to be with you? This marriage, I'm not going to marry anymore." Michael's eyes were filled with shock. He thought I would care about face. I suppressed my displeasure and went to apologize to Emily. I didn't expect to just decide to quit. "Sophia, what do you mean by that?" I raised my eyebrows. "Literally, that's what it means. Don't you understand?" He grabbed my wrist. He asked me seriously, "Are you serious?" Just because I don't want to apologize to Emily. His grip was a bit painful. I shook my hand vigorously. Only then did I manage to break free. I gently touched my wrist. I thought to myself, to be honest, your daily interactions with your sister are all about hugs and kisses. I really find it hard to accept, so I raised my voice. I asked the people present, who has seen a 27-year-old brother wash his 23-year-old sister's underwear. The 27-year-old brother still washes his 23-year-old sister's underwear, not to mention helping her put on her underwear in person. Everyone was so surprised that they couldn't speak. Michael defended himself. "Emily is my biological sister. There shouldn't be any problem. Since you married me, you must accept everything about me." I quickly responded, "That's right, but I really can't accept it, so I decided not to marry anymore. Let's part ways amicably." After saying that, I walked past him directly. Emily covered her face. She cried and clung to his arm. She said, "Brother, my face hurts so much." In the next moment, Michael grabbed me. He turned his head and looked at me seriously, saying, "Sophia, apologize to Emily. As long as you apologize, I'll pretend I didn't hear what I just heard. Our wedding can continue." At that moment, one of the friends couldn't help but tease. "Today has really opened my eyes. It's the first time I've seen such an unreasonable sister-in-law and groom." One by one, people responded. The relationship between these siblings is indeed very special. Isn't their relationship a bit inappropriate? Oh, you might be right. As soon as I saw the way that sister-in-law looked at her brother, I felt something was off. It was filled with possessiveness. Is it that he isn't marrying Sophia to hide this? Everyone's words are becoming increasingly harsh. Michael showed displeasure upon hearing this, and Emily, upon hearing these words, immediately threw herself into his arms. She cried and said, "Brother, how can they say such things? We are just clothes, that's all." Woo woo woo. He subconsciously let go of my hand. He held her tightly with pain in his heart. He accused me, saying, "Sophia, it's all because of you. How could you let our family's matters get out? Was it intentional? I was thinking that if you apologized, I could forgive you, but now it seems there's no need for that at all. The wedding is postponed. After Emily can accept you, we will hold the wedding again. I don't want to say anything to him anymore. Walked directly out of the wedding hall. Tears flowed down the moment I left. How could it not be sad? We have been in a relationship for 3 years, almost able to come together, but just within a few days, everything has changed. Michael is no longer the person who has always treated me well and spoiled me. In his heart, I seem to never be as important as Emily. As long as I touch her, he completely does not consider my feelings, always put her feelings first. Many people are saying now, I would rather let love have some regrets. Don't let marriage leave hidden dangers, the time spent together during those days. I can already imagine what life in the future will be like. So, ending this relationship is good for everyone. He can continue to have a close and loving relationship with his sister. I can also find the right person earlier. What a pity. This is just my own opinion. Michael's family thinks differently back home. What caught my eye was Michael's parents sitting on the sofa. They were munching on sunflower seeds, while my parents were busy running around. Either my mom was serving tea, or my dad was washing fruit, but Michael and Emily were nowhere to be seen. I couldn't help but feel a bit angry, in the past because of Michael, and they are elders. I still had some respect for them, now seeing them be so disrespectful to my parents. I really feel like I gave them too much face back then. I couldn't help but frown. I was very angry inside. My mouth was tightly closed, clearly dissatisfied. Uncle and aunt, it's too disrespectful for you to boss my parents around. Isn't that too disrespectful? Michael's dad glanced at me casually, then he looked up slightly at Michael's mom. It's like saying this issue is for you to handle. Michael's mom received the instructions. She frowned and glanced at me, then she turned to my mom. She asked, Mother-in-law, how did you teach your daughter? Is this how you let her talk to her elders? I stood in front of my mom, blocking her view. I said, Auntie, you don't need to worry about how my mom taught me. Instead, why don't you care about your 2 kids? My mom quietly tugged at my clothes. She whispered to me, Cheng, we were wrong first. I wrapped my arm around my mom's shoulder. My voice was just loud enough to be heard. Mom, what I said at the wedding was the truth. Michael and I are not getting married. Our relationship has ended. We broke up. My dad excitedly brought out some fruit. He asked me, is it true? I nodded seriously. Then, he smiled. He immediately handed the freshly washed fruit to my mom. He gave me one as well. He took one for himself too, happily hugged it to his chest. Michael's mom stood up angrily. She pointed at my dad and me and said, what's going on with you two? Then, she suppressed her anger, speaking with authority. Sophia, Emily told me everything. You're just jealous of her good relationship with Michael. You need to understand. One shouldn't be too jealous. That way your husband will like you. You need to be more magnanimous. You understand, your dad and I can forgive your rudeness just now. As long as after you marry Michael, you're willing to let us live with you, then this matter will be considered past. Otherwise, I listened to her say these things, and my last bit of patience was gone. So I directly interrupted her and said, Aunt, doesn't anyone in your family understand human language? I have already said it. My relationship with Michael is over. You understand, this is mainly due to my reasons. When I was with Michael at the beginning, too emotionally invested, just hoping that we can have a beautiful ending. His family does not have the ability to give a bride price. I don't care, even if he doesn't have a house and a car. I don't mind either. As long as he works hard to improve, I believe there will be a future. Moreover, I have a house myself. It can be considered as our wedding house. Result, let them misunderstand that I really want to marry Michael. Michael's dad angrily slammed the table, staring at me fiercely. My dad quickly stood in front of me to shield me. I'm not afraid at all. Directly make eye contact with Dad, Michael. Say it in a very firm tone. Now, please leave my house. Michael's dad saw my parents behind me. His expression softened. He turned to Michael's mom and said, call Michael out. Help him solve his wife's problems. After saying that, he kept mumbling. What a useless guy. Can't even control his own woman. Such a disaster. Michael's mom seemed like she wanted to say something, but also seemed a bit afraid of Michael's dad. I noticed her hesitation, so I jokingly asked, could it be that Michael and Emily are doing something they shouldn't be doing in the room? Michael's mom's eyes flashed with surprise. I didn't say anything more. I quickly walked to the bedroom door. Michael's mom looked a bit panicked. She quickly caught up with me. Before she had a chance to stop me, I had already pushed open the bedroom door and entered. As I entered the room, she pulled me back for a moment. Then, Michael's mom suddenly let out a sharp scream. I hurried over. I saw Emily in her underwear lying on top of Michael. Their lips were slightly swollen. Clearly, something just happened. I realized this was quite a scene. I quickly took out my phone to record it. Michael's mom was furious. She rushed over and slapped Emily hard. She continued to pinch her, while hitting her. She kept shouting, "I'm really going to teach you a lesson. How could you seduce your brother? I should really marry you off to the lame Wang from the neighboring village." I thought Michael's mom already knew about their relationship, but seeing her so angry now, it seemed she was unaware. Michael was stunned. It took him a while to understand. He quickly shielded Emily behind him. He said, "Mom, don't hit Emily. If you want to hit someone, hit me instead." Michael's mother heard him say this. She felt like her heart had sunk. She helplessly collapsed onto the ground. She slapped her thigh and shouted, "Oh my God, what a torment." Michael didn't look at his mother. His eyes were only focused on Emily, who was crying in his arms, heartbroken. I'm really shocked, as expected. My intuition was right. Their relationship is far more complicated than a typical sibling bond. My expression suddenly changed. When I thought about how Michael used to be with Emily like this, behind my back, I felt disgusted. Ugh. A sigh. Michael finally looked away from Emily. He turned towards me. He froze for a moment, then immediately pushed Emily away. In an instant, his face showed an expression of anxiety and nervousness. He walked up to me. His hands fidgeted nervously. "Sophia, let me explain to you. Things are not as you see them." I smiled lightly. I looked at him with cold indifference. He saw me like this. He was momentarily stunned. He cautiously reached out his hand. He wanted to touch me but hesitated to speak. "Emily and I are just quite close. You have to believe me." I snorted coldly. I pointed at the door. "Michael, you make me feel very uncomfortable. Get away. Leave my house with your family immediately." As soon as Michael's mom heard this, she stopped crying immediately. She jumped up. She said fiercely, "This is my son's house. If anyone is leaving, it should be you first. I don't want to indulge them." I turned around and warned Michael, "If you don't take them away, I will call the police." He stared at me intently. He asked, "Sophia, are you really going to do this?" I respond, "No matter how extreme. It's still more repulsive than what you've done, to actually be with my own sister." My face was filled with disgust. Emily gently wiped the tears from her face. "Like a stubborn little flower. My relationship with my brother is not as unbearable as you think. We are actually not blood-related siblings." After learning this truth, my gaze became colder. I didn't say anything more. I directly took out my phone and dialed 110. Michael saw that I was serious. He immediately pulled them out. Before leaving, he said sternly, "Sophia, don't regret it." I didn't pay much attention to his words, but his parents' greedy eyes when looking at the house surprised me. To get married, I took a marriage leave, but now the wedding is off, so I naturally went back to work as soon as I arrived at the company today. Some people are pointing fingers. I'm a bit confused about what happened. During the lunch break, a colleague quietly told me, "I heard someone is spreading rumors near the company. They say I'm in a marriage scam. It's just to take possession of the man's house. Then, after achieving that, I would call off the engagement." As soon as I heard it, I understood who was behind these comments. I don't have time to deal with Michael's family. I chose to report it to the police directly. As a result, the next day, the rumors got worse. Some even posted it online. It made the top 10 trending topics in our city. On my way to work, a bunch of people were holding their phones. They were gossiping about me privately. Colleagues who understood me joked, "Sophia, you're famous now." I smiled helplessly. A colleague asked, "Are you not going to clarify it?" I tugged at the corner of my mouth and said I'd be there soon. I logged into my online account, choosing to return the house's property certificate as a reason for the divorce. Also, photos proving Michael and Emily's relationship were posted together. One day later, the atmosphere around me has calmed down a lot. Those were the weapons Michael's family used against me. Now they are instead pointing at themselves. I know their intentions. They want to exert pressure through public opinion, forcing me to give up my house. Actually, when Michael and I got married, a significant part of the reason might have been my house. They wanted to possess it, but they didn't think about it. The property certificate is in my hands. The name on it is also mine. What right do they have to take it away now? They are still unwilling to accept it. They say the photos I posted are all edited. The evidence is clearly visible. But still, some netizens have been deceived. Under my account, someone is attacking me. During this time, Michael even sent a message boasting there, Sophia, are you regretting it? As long as you are willing to add my name to the property certificate, I will help you clarify this matter, and I am willing to marry you. New evidence has arrived. I took a screenshot and saved it, then block this number. I posted the screenshot online. However, they seem to have hired Water Army. The screenshot I sent is only believed by a few people, as netizens attack me every day. The police have finally started to take action. They detained Michael on the grounds of defamation and spreading rumors. Michael's parents suddenly panicked. Immediately fined my company, scold me loudly. Someone is accusing me, say my character is poor. There's a problem with morality. I also hope the company will fire me. Only Emily understands. Michael's life and death are determined by me. She is in front of my colleagues, actually kneeling down. She pretended to look pitiful. Whisper, please, forgive my brother if you are angry. I apologize to him on your behalf. You have been together with your brother for 3 years. You should know that the things he did are actually not what he wanted, right? It was all my parents who forced him to do this. Brother actually feels uncomfortable in his heart. Her eyes are a little wet, biting the lip. Want to say it but dare not say it. Finally, she closed her eyes. When you open your eyes again, it seems like a decision has been made. If Big Brother doesn't agree, my parents will make me marry Wang the cripple. So that's why Big Brother would do this. Sister Sophia, you are so kind. Can you forgive brother this time? Finished talking, she started to bump heads. She said while bumping heads, if you are willing to let my brother go, I am willing to do anything for you. I am someone who will definitely take revenge. I bent down. A hand lifted Emily's face, shook his head. Emily, you are wrong. I am not a kind person. I always retaliate against those who are not good to me, so it's useless for you to beg me here. Finished speaking. I pushed her face away with force, then stand up, left without looking back. After the wind has calmed and the waves have settled, my parents told me, this house has already attracted the attention of that group of people from Michael's family. I don't know what they will do in the future, so it is recommended to sell the house. I think what they said makes sense, so I lowered the price to the lowest. The house was sold quickly. Michael came out after being closed for 7 days. I will come to find you soon. I see that the person opening the door is not me. He ran to the company to find me again. He begged me to say, Sophia, I regret it. I was wrong. I promise to keep my distance from Emily in the future. Don't be angry. Is it good or not? I really know I was wrong. Let's make up. Make up. I think this is really both laughable and tearful. Where does your confidence come from, Michael? Have you been scolded by the police? Suddenly understood something. But how could you think that? I would be willing to make up with you. Although you and your sister did such excessive things, you think I am stupid. Or are you saying I'm crazy or the brain is broken? Please go away first. Don't bother me looking for the next obedient one, Michael hurriedly explained. Sophia, things are not like this. I haven't finished listening to his explanation yet, just left directly. Although he wants to catch up, I stared at him with a cold gaze. Spoke firmly. If you follow me, I will tell others that you are harassing me, so he waits for me downstairs every day. 1 month later, Michael saw me get out of a Mercedes-Benz. His mood was clearly affected. Sophia, who was that just now? I shrugged. I simply answered, boyfriend. How is that possible? He looked at me in disbelief. He said, Sophia, we've been together for 3 years. How could you forget me so easily? He thought I must be saying this on purpose, to make him give up. Right? I carefully looked at him. I asked, you're overthinking it. Is it really that hard for you to forget me? I don't feel that way. I instantly forgot about it. Seeing Emily from afar, too afraid to approach, I smiled and said, anyway, everyone already knows about your relationship. You can be with your sister now. No one will talk about you guys. Afterwards, Michael found out I have a boyfriend. He occasionally appears downstairs at the office. He asks me to forgive him. He hopes to get back together with me. After that, I never saw him again. It was a year later that I found out. Michael's dad and mom really want to marry Emily off to brother Wang from the neighboring village. This way, they can receive a generous bride price. She doesn't want to get married, she told Michael. They could elope. If they go to another city, no one would say they're unsuitable. After all, she was initially just a child picked up by Michael's uncle. Later, the uncle suddenly passed away. She was arranged by the village committee to live with Michael's family. But after hearing her thoughts, Michael was unwilling to accept it. There was no other way. Emily came up with a plan to make things irreversible. She also got pregnant. When Michael's dad and mom found out about this news, it felt like the sky was about to fall down. People in the village pointed fingers at them every day. Discussion is rampant. Michael's dad and Michael's mom feel like they can't face people. Finally, they were directly kicked out of the house. Michael's work was long before he used public opinion pressure to slander me, has already been lost. Emily has always relied on him for her living. When they were driven out, I don't have a penny on me. The child also lost weight without receiving proper nutrition. What happened to their situation afterwards? I'm not very clear about that. After all, I cannot always pay attention to their updates. People always need to look forward. Cannot stop and look back. 3 years later, when I get married, it seems to see Michael's figure from afar. His eye corners are a bit red, eyes full of reluctance. The voice said to me, somewhat choked, "Sophia, wishing you happiness." Then he was beaten up by Emily. "Michael, I didn't expect you to really come to her wedding. Who are you being so affectionate to now? Do you think Sophia would care about you? Actually, it's me. I was so foolish back then. I insisted on being with you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have turned out like this. Hurry up and pick up bottles to support me. My husband is joking with me." I feel absolutely no emotion inside. Just a slight smile. Remind him to say, "If you had such a clingy sister, I can't guarantee I wouldn't dump you." He wrapped his arm around my shoulders. With a smile on his lips, he said playfully, "Don't worry. I'm an only child after all." I gave him a glance. I gently punched his chest. "Anyway, this one is disobedient. The next one will be more obedient."